know what they're going to use. You know what they're going to call you. They just go right at you and be like, you're a racist, you're an anti-Semite, you're this, you're that. If you have any sort of opinion that might go a little bit against them, that you're the worst, you're this, you're that, because that's how they just shut down any argument. And like that was like when what was it, Dave Smith and Murray were talking.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking about. You're just saying this.
Yeah, it was the same thing. Like he's calling him an anti-Semite, and he's a Jew, like,
self-hating Jew.
Yeah, like it's insane.
All right, look. I'm gonna skip to a tweet of the week of mine, applicable at the moment, but this is my first tweet of the week by Mark Levin. He says, "By the way, neocon is a pejorative for Jew." Unbelievable. And he's quote tweeting. He's quote tweeting again. Steve Witkoff. Steve Witkoff is a Jew. That's the craziest thing about this. Steve Witkoff, who's trying to negotiate a settlement to this whole thing. Steve Witkoff criticizing the neocons. We'll get into the speech next. Criticizing neocons. Levin again trying to conflate neocons with Jews. You saw Douglas Murray do the same thing in the debate. Right, where he said the N word, right? And then he tried to say that crazy thing about Paul Wolfowitz and how that's because neocon Paul Wolfowitz. That is the game, though, right? Like anyone who is against this warmongering imperial, seven war, you know, the 7 countries in 5 years.
It's like
anyone who's against that, they're trying to smear as a racist. The woke shit was another iteration of that, just from a different way. It was like a repackaged version of that, right? Remember it with Ukraine, like, you know, and China, you know, it all kind of circled back to like war and supporting that. And if you don't, we'll smear you as a racist. Remember,
listen, it's the same thing every time a black person speaks out. Then they're an Uncle Tom. If it goes against something that they, you know,
who is the black Congress Republican congressman?
That one?
Yeah, they called him an Uncle Tom. Yeah, Tim Scott. Oh my God, they were ruthless.
Yeah. But do you remember like a couple of years ago, we were podcasting. We were talking about how like, what the fuck? I think we were talking with Don Statesman. Like, what? Like, think about it logically. What the fuck does Ukraine and like LGBTQ have to have in common? Really, nothing. But for some reason, they are intertwined in like this
gay
weird ideology.
Is outlawed out over there.
I'm just saying though, like at the time, they were like outlawed and intertwined in this weird leftist ideology, this woke stuff that was coming. Why? It's because it's all focused really on like supporting the war state. That's what it really is. Like,
didn't they want to put blue and yellow into the pride flag?
I think they did at a certain time. Now this is that. It's just a different, a little bit older. It's a little bit older of a version of this. What's that?
Who's in charge of making that flag?
I don't know, man. The CIA,
the Department of Arts and Crafts. I don't know. Like,